the habits that could be causing your belly fat, and how to break them. When it comes to losing belly fat, many of us spend countless hours in the gym, obsessing over calorie intake and trying every new diet trend that promises a quick fix. But what if I told you that the real culprit behind your stubborn belly fat might not be your workout routine or your food choices, but rather your everyday habits? That's right. Certain habits, which we often overlook or think are harmless, can be the very thing preventing you from achieving that flat stomach you've been working toward. Let's take a closer look at some of these habits, why they contribute to belly fat, and most importantly, how you can break them for good. Trust me, understanding these hidden traps will help you take control of your body in ways you never imagined. The snacking habit, is grazing killing your waistline? We've all been there. You're sitting at your desk, your favorite TV show is on, or maybe you're scrolling through social media, and before you know it, you're reaching for that bag of chips or handful of candy. While snacking might seem harmless, it could be one of the sneakiest contributors to belly fat. But why does snacking cause weight gain, especially around the stomach? Well, it's all about insulin and blood sugar levels. Every time you eat, your blood sugar spikes, triggering an insulin response. Over time, constant snacking means you're frequently spiking your insulin levels. High insulin levels promote fat storage, particularly around the belly. Anecdote time. I have a friend who used to snack almost all day. Cheese crackers here, a granola bar there, and a cookie with coffee in the afternoon. She never saw a big change in her weight, but over time, she noticed her jeans getting tighter around the waist. She couldn't figure out why, especially because she wasn't overeating by any means. What she didn't realize was that those small snacks were causing a constant insulin spike, making her body store more fat around her belly. So, next time you reach for a snack, ask yourself, is it worth it? Are you hungry or just bored? If it's just a mindless habit, try swapping snacks for healthier options that won't lead to excess fat storage, like raw veggies, fruits, or even a handful of nuts. Keep your meals balanced to avoid the temptation to snack too often. The sleep deprivation trap. How lack of sleep leads to fat storage. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy. The idea of sacrificing sleep for productivity or extra hours at the office is so ingrained that it's almost become a badge of honor. But sleep deprivation is a silent killer when it comes to belly fat. Studies show that lack of sleep leads to an increase in cortisol, the stress hormone that tells your body to hold on to fat, particularly in your abdominal area. Think about it. When you're sleep deprived, your body is essentially in a constant state of stress. When your cortisol levels rise, your body goes into survival mode and begins storing fat around your belly as a way to protect your vital organs. In addition to that, sleep deprivation messes with your hunger hormones. Leptin, the hormone responsible for telling you that you're full, decreases, while ghrelin, the hunger hormone, increases. So, not only do you crave more food, but your body is also more likely to store it as fat instead of burning it off. I'll share a quick personal story. I've gone through periods of working late, staying up to meet deadlines, and letting sleep take a back seat. There were times when I felt I was eating well and working out, but still couldn't get rid of that stubborn belly fat. When I started prioritizing sleep and getting a full 7 to 9 hours every night, my body composition began to change. It wasn't immediate, but over time, my belly fat started to reduce. Sleep is truly a game changer, and I encourage you to start treating it as the essential health tool it is. The stress cycle. Why being overwhelmed can make your belly grow. We all know stress is part of life, but what most of us don't realize is the powerful impact stress has on our midsection. In times of stress, the body releases cortisol, which, as we mentioned, contributes to fat storage in the belly. But it doesn't end there. Stress also leads to emotional eating and bad food choices, making matters worse. Imagine you're having a tough day at work or you're facing a personal challenge. What's the first thing you reach for? Often it's something comforting like chips, chocolate, or a sugary drink. This can create a vicious cycle. You're stressed, you eat unhealthy foods to cope, and your body stores that food as fat, especially around your abdomen. It's not just about eating the wrong foods under stress, it's also about the effects of stress on your body's metabolism. Chronic stress slows down your metabolism and leads to poor digestion, which contributes to the bloating and stubborn fat storage around your waistline. One simple way to combat stress is to integrate mindfulness practices into your day. Meditation, breathing exercises, or even something as simple as going for a walk can help lower cortisol levels and prevent emotional eating. Managing stress is not only good for your mental health, but it's also essential for maintaining a healthy waistline. The sitting habit. Why your desk job is not helping your belly fat. If you have a desk job or spend hours sitting in front of a computer, you're in a battle against belly fat. The sedentary lifestyle is one of the major contributors to weight gain, especially around the stomach. When you sit for long periods, your body's calorie-burning potential significantly decreases. This means you're burning fewer calories, and your metabolism slows down, which gives your body plenty of time to store fat. What's worse is that sitting for prolonged periods is linked to a decrease in lipoprotein lipase, an enzyme responsible for breaking down fat and turning it into energy. Without enough activity, this fat starts to pile up around your midsection. I recently spoke with a colleague who worked from home during the pandemic and spent the majority of his day sitting on his couch, laptop on his lap. He was eating well and even doing home workouts, but he noticed his belly fat was creeping up. When he made an effort to move more throughout the day, like standing up for calls or walking around the block during lunch, he noticed a significant reduction in belly fat. The moral of the story? Sitting is the enemy of fat loss, so make a conscious effort to move every hour. Whether it's a quick stretch, taking a walk, or even standing while you work, getting your body moving can make a big difference. The drinking habit. How your favorite beverages contribute to belly fat. We've all heard of the beer belly, but what about the soda belly or the sugary drink belly? The truth is, liquid calories are often far more insidious than solid food when it comes to gaining belly fat. The high sugar content in sodas, sugary coffee drinks, and alcohol are some of the worst offenders. Not only do these drinks contribute to increased insulin levels, but they also trigger a fat storage response, particularly in the abdominal region. It's easy to overlook liquid calories because they don't seem as significant as solid food. For instance, that iced coffee might feel like a harmless morning pick-me-up, but its sugar content is enough to cause fat storage. Alcohol, especially beer and cocktails, is another major player in abdominal weight gain. Alcohol not only disrupts your metabolism, but it also leads to poor food choices, often resulting in overeating later on. Breaking the habit of drinking sugary beverages can be challenging, but it's key to reducing belly fat. Start by swapping sugary drinks for water, herbal teas, or sparkling water. If you enjoy alcohol, try to limit it to occasional indulgences rather than regular habits. Belly fat is more than just an aesthetic concern. It's a signal from your body that something might be off. By taking a closer look at your habits, from snacking to stress management, sleep, and physical activity, you can start to make small changes that lead to lasting results. These habits don't need to be drastic, but they do require awareness and consistency. So, what's your next step? Start by recognizing which of these habits might be affecting you the most. Take one habit at a time, work to break it, and replace it with something healthier. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making gradual improvements that will eventually lead to the results you're aiming for. What habits are you struggling with the most? Let me know in the comments, and let's talk about how you're planning to tackle them. Together, we can break the cycle and take control of our health.